Hello and welcome to the news here on Magic Breaks Down India's first property business channel. I'm Krishna Kumar. Let's take a look at the top stories that we're tracking. Tenants living in old buildings in south and central Mumbai might have to pay rent at current market rates. This could impact flats over 850 square feet in area. The Maharashtra government plans to amend the Rent Control Act. That's our big story tonight. Work on phase 2 of Bengaluru's Namma Metro could begin in June this year. The Bangalore Metro Rail Corporation is going full steam ahead on land acquisition. Magic Bricks Now gets you exclusive details. And Builded Body Credi's property exhibition Property 2016 kicks off in Thane and Pune. What's in store? We get you all the details right here on Magic Bricks Now. Straight up, our top story. Tenants living in south and central Mumbai's old buildings are readying to take on the government. This comes in the wake of the government's proposal to amend the Maharashtra Rent Control Act 1999. If this goes through, tenants paying a paltry 700 rupees per month should have to shell out around 70,000 rupees. Aishwarya Paliwal joins us with more details on that big story. Aishwarya, tell us, why could rents go up and what do tenants plan to do?
Even as we speak, various associations across the board are having various meetings on how to combat this major issue. What they are saying is that not just the tenants will have to pay more money, because what this amendment will do is that the rents that they were paying before will now be at par with the market prices, which are really high. So all the associations are saying that not just tenants, but whole of the city will have to bear the prices of this. Some of the associations have already put in a request to meet Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, as they are saying that this will really not go down well. Most of the tenants in south and central Mumbai will have to shell out extremely large amounts of money as compared to what they were paying before. So as we speak, meetings are going on, and within 15 days, they are trying to meet Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis to combat this.
Aishwarya Paliwal there with the first information report on something that's not going to go down well with tenants in south and central Mumbai. And to get us a better understanding of how this will affect tenants in Maharashtra, I am being joined now by activist Chandrasekhar Prabhu here on the news and Magic Breaks Now. Chandrasekhar Prabhu, thank you so much for taking time out. Tell us, I will start by asking you, how will this amendment affect the tenants who are staying in Mumbai currently?
I have known landlords who have purchased buildings for 2 crores and got within 1 year pagdi of 25 crores. So that's the kind of windfall that the landlords have been making. So you cannot differentiate between a landlord who has larger flats and smaller flats. And so if the government says that we will remove the larger flats from the purview of the Rent Act, the court may say that the same law will apply to the smaller. So all the tenants of Mumbai, that is 50 lakh people, will come on the streets. That's in Mumbai. In Pune, in Nasik, in Jalgaon, in Nagpur, in the rest of the state of Maharashtra, millions of people will be rendered homeless, and there will be a great unrest in this state.
Mr. Babu, I wanted to understand, how will this increase, this is not about the home buyers, but how will this increase affect the shop owners in the city?
Mumbai's restaurants are comparatively reasonable compared to Delhi, compared to other places. They are reasonably priced. Now, though that reasonable price is only because that fellow is paying less rent. If he is made to pay the market rent, then he would charge more for the services given, he would charge more for the items sold in the restaurant, and the entire city will have to pay.
Mr. Chandrasekhar Prabhu, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here on the news on Magic Breaks Now. Moving on, Bengaluru is set to get a connectivity boost. The BMRCL, or Bengaluru Metro Rail Corporation Limited, is gearing up for phase 2 of the metro, which will help reduce traffic in the city. Amita Balachandra gets us his report with some exclusive details. Take a look.
That's right, BMRCL, or Bangalore Metro Rail Corporation, will begin work on Namma Metro Phase 2 in June this year. In fact, what we're hearing is that final notifications for 2 of its lines, that is Whitefield Line and Mysore Road Line, has already been sent out for land acquisition. In fact, let's take a look at Whitefield Line, which is the most awaited line, of course, considering citizens in the area have been up in arms with the government for poor infrastructure, especially over the last couple of weeks. We're hearing that about 21 acres of land has been acquired from over 169 properties. Now, all of these properties are mostly commercial or industrial, with some big names there like Hindustan Petroleum, Indian Oil Corporation, SAP Laboratories and Satya Sai Hospital. Also, what we're hearing is that most of the land acquisition is only partial, considering it's used only for road widening of the project. Now, compensation for this for these companies has not yet been given, and we're hearing that it will be given over the course of next 2 weeks. The next stretch, that is Mysore Road to Kengeri stretch, the land has already been acquired. About 5 acres of land has been acquired from 70 properties, and a compensation fee of about 100 crore rupees has already been given. So there are 2 final notifications that we're talking about. For the rest of the stretches, however, preliminary notifications have been set out. For example, from Jayanagar to Bomasandra stretch, about 55 acres of land is going to be acquired from about 632 properties. Remember, this is the biggest stretch. Also, the kind of land that's being acquired for this stretch is huge when compared to the other stretches. Now, all of these land acquisition that we're talking about is mostly partial, especially because it's going to be used for road widening of the project, which will begin in June this year.
Shifting focus, then phase 1 of the much talked about odd-even plan in Delhi has come to an end. The scheme, which was implemented for 15 days in the national capital region, saw over 14 lakh vehicles being taken off the roads. The government increased metro and bus services in order to allow citizens to commute during this time. New Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal congratulated all Delhiites involved in making the scheme a success. He said that the scheme not only helped reduce pollution, but it also eased congestion. Let's listen in then to what he had to say.
पोल्यूशन कम हुआ, लेकिन जो सबसे ज़्यादा लोगों को इसका महत्व नज़र आया वो था कि सड़कों के ऊपर कंजेशन कम हो गया। सड़कें खाली हो गई दिल्ली की। जहां लोग 1 घंटे में पहले पहुंचा करते थे वो आधे घंटे में पहुंचने लग गए। जहां लोग 2 घंटे में पहुंचते थे 1 घंटे में पहुंचने लग गए। तो हमारी जो टोटल 6000 बसेस हैं डीटीसी की और क्लस्टर की मिला के, उनकी एफिशिएंसी लगभग मोटे मोटे तौर पे 9000 बसेस की एफिशिएंसी उनकी हो गई। दिल्ली के लोगों को बधाई देने के लिए, सभी वॉलंटियर्स को बधाई देने के लिए, पुलिस के लोगों को बधाई देने के लिए छत्रसाल स्टेडियम में संडे को 3 बजे एक सभा कह लीजिए, गेट टुगेदर कह लीजिए, एक रखा जा रहा है।
All right, then let's take a look at some news that's making waves in the property market. 5 major satellite towns in Bengaluru will be linked by a ring road. Suntec Realty plans to raise 100 crore rupees via non-convertible debentures, and a PIL demands an odd-even rule for Mumbai's vehicles as well. Here's a look at all these stories in brief.
5 major satellite towns in Bengaluru will be linked to improve access and development. The 380-kilometer road project, known as the Satellite Town Ring Road project, will cost 11,000 crore rupees. This ring road will connect Hoskote, Devanahalli, Ramanagaram, Kanakapura and Doddaballapur. The project will be funded by JICA and the centre. A bus rapid transport system between KR-Puram and the Central Silk Board has also been proposed. Suntec Realty is planning to raise 100 crore rupees through non-convertible debentures. The company already raised 55 crore rupees on January 13th by issuing debentures to public sector banks and institutional investors. The fundraiser will be Suntec's maiden NCD issue. The company plans to close the second tranche in the next 2 weeks. The NCD proceeds will be used to swap high-cost debt and augment Suntec's medium to long-term resources. A PIL has been filed in the Bombay High Court seeking the implementation of an odd-even scheme for vehicles in Mumbai. The PIL says preventive steps are necessary to ensure the situation is under control. The PIL also requests for a committee to be appointed to analyze air pollution and to find remedies for the situation. Additionally, the PIL has made the BMC, Maharashtra Pollution Control Board, and the Regional Transport Office respondents.
There's more pain in store for Unitech. The company's lawyers are looking at spending more time in court next week, and over 100 cases have been filed against the company in the NCDRC. We have Deepa Rana joining us with some details on this developing story all the way from New Delhi. Deepa, tell us, we know that the Unitech directors have already been sentenced to 3 years in jail. You say there's still more pain to come?
Yes, there is. It seems that Unitech has landed in a soup altogether. There are a lot of cases against Unitech. 111 cases are only pending in NCDRC. That's a large number if you see. That is apart from other cases which are going to be there in other state high courts and Supreme Court and Delhi courts and everything. Now these home buyers are about two home buyers that recently filed a complaint against Unitech, and they had to spend a night in jail despite taking the interim bail. Not only these are the home buyers. These two home buyers were from Noida. Now there are about 100 home buyers from Gurgaon who keep meeting or at least trying to meet the top bosses of Unitech. Those people have booked their apartments in Noida, in Gurgaon sectors. Then there are other home buyers from Chandigarh who are going to against which the Chandigarh court has given 3 years of sentence to Unitech bosses. Apart from that, there are other cases next week lined up in NCDRC against Unitech. About 300 home buyers are there. Two dates are going to be on 17th of January, on 19th of January. So Unitech is all in all getting into a lot of trouble. The bosses are not clarifying with the home buyers, or they are denying the flats given to them. There's delay in delivery. There is no payment that they are making to the home buyers. And also the Unitech has always been maintaining their stand that they are out of money, that they are in debt, and this is what the bosses had gone to the district court, and they said that we are in debt and we don't have money. But this is not the reason that you can give against not delivering to home buyers who are cheated, who are feeling cheated. And moreover, Unitech is developing a kind of image of doing a lot of fraud. So somewhere Unitech needs to come out of this, and they need to deliver and talk to home buyers and come clean on the stand.
Come clean on themselves is the word coming in from Deepa Rana. Thank you so much for getting us that update on that big developing story. Moving on, builder body CREDAI has kicked off its latest property exhibition, Property 2016, in Thane and Pune. The exhibition will showcase the latest projects on offer in Thane and Pune over the next 3 days. My colleagues Ruchi Deshpande and Disha Shah are covering this expo from Pune and Thane respectively. First, let's take a look at Thane. In Thane, MCHI CREDAI has kicked off the 16th Real Estate and Housing Finance Expo. The fair has nearly 300 projects up for grabs. Disha was at the exhibition earlier and she sent us this report about what's on offer. Take a look.
I'm at the 16th Mega Property Exhibition organized by MCHI and CREDAI in Thane. If you are a home buyer looking to buy a home sometime soon, this may be the right time and the right place to do so, because close to 300 projects by 100 developers are on display at this exhibition fair. Top-notch developers like Hiranandani, Kalpataru, Rustomji Puranics have put their projects at this exhibition fair for home buyers to see. You can explore options right from 35 lakh rupee onwards, going up to 7 crore rupees, starting from 1 BHK and going up to 5 BHK. So this is, you can also compare areas across like Godbandar Road. There are projects, upcoming projects launching in Godbandar Road, Balcom, Manpada. Not only developers, even banks have different schemes, different home loan schemes to offer to the home buyers. For example, LIC is offering 9.6% of interest to the home buyer as a home loan. Lastly, when we also spoke to CREDAI, officials claim that they are expecting close to 60,000 visitors in the course of 4 days.
All right, then time to take a look at Pune. Ruchi Deshpande was at the Pune exhibition earlier and she gets us this report all the way from there. Take a look.
I am at the Pune Home Buying Festival 2016, which is hosted by the CREDAI, Pune Metro branch of the CREDAI, that is the developing body over here. Now there are about 1,000 projects on display over here, ranging from 28 lakh rupees to about 90 lakh rupees. That is, they've covered affordable housing as well as mid-income housing. So if you are a customer, you can come here for the course of 3 days and pick and choose whatever project you want to buy. The developers who have exhibited here believe that they will see the most sales, especially at the beginning of this year, and they believe that this is the perfect platform for people to come and choose their products and then later on convert them into actual homes.
All right, then from Pune back to Thane, then my colleague Disha Shah also caught up with Sanjeev Jaiswal, Thane's Municipal Commissioner, where he spoke exclusively on Thane's upcoming infrastructure plans. Listen in.
What about the infrastructure development? Because you just spoke about a lot many infrastructure developments have got go ahead.
As regards MMRDA is concerned, Kalyan Fata, Shil Fata, 2 flyovers are coming up over there. That apart, TMC is also going to execute one project which is being funded by MMRDA regarding 3 flyovers at Almeida Chowk, Minatai Thakre Chowk and Post Naga Chowk. There was a very long pending demand for widening of the Kopri Bridge, which happens to be a bottleneck when you enter Thane from Mumbai side. And I'm happy to say that that work too has been sanctioned and that work will be executed very soon by MMRDA. It's a 90 crore project. Second is obviously a very iconic and a dream project of the city and obviously the government that pertains to the underground tunnel which is proposed to connect Tikujini Wadi to Borivali side.
And talking about the smart city mission project, has the work started on that front?
See, as far as smart city is concerned, Thane is one of the cities which has been selected in the list of 98. Now, in the first year, 20 cities will be selected. Obviously, the government of India will be announcing on the 26th of Jan. So, we have put in our best plans. Most of the projects which were taken up in that, we have already taken the approval of a general body, and we are taking up quite a few projects on a PPP funding. We are the only corporation which has completed the impact assessment study, which was as directed by the Honorable High Court, and we have submitted it to the government, and I'm hopeful that maybe within a month at the most the approval should come from the government, and we'll go to the High Court and just put it on record.
So talking on the affordable housing lines, which areas do you see that more demand, which projects, how many projects?
But I'm happy to see that the extension of Thane, now you see erstwhile if you talk about the city as such, the central Thane, which was basically the part where the development now that has become overcrowded, that has become is almost exhausted in terms of the land availability. Now we are also seeing development coming up on the Ghodbunder Road, or whether it is your Malcolm side or even on the Saket side.
Okay. And lastly, talking about Thane's IT policy, how many acres will be developed and how many jobs will be created on that front?
Very mega project is coming up. In fact, it's going to be one of the biggest IT campus coming up in the state. And just to mention the area, it would be around 3 million square feet. Right.
And investment?
Employment potential would be for 25,000 people straight in 2 phases. And as far as I'm concerned, as far as TMC is concerned, already a tripartite agreement has been entered into. And I'm happy to say, at this platform, the plan has been sanctioned.
Away from Thane, the PMRDA has a slew of development plans for Pune, from recruiting more government employees to creating an app to curb illegal construction in the city. My colleague Ruchi Deshpande caught up with Girish Bapat, the Guardian Minister of Pune, listening to that exclusive conversation.
The first thing I have done regarding the PMRD is that the tendency of illegal construction is increasing by day or day. See, because some lethargy is also there are so many problems. People want fast housing. But doing the housing, it should be planned and designed. So we have extended the area of the PMRD, and let me thank the government that earlier 350 villages were there. Now it has gone up to 750, and 300 square kilometer area was there. Now it has gone up to 8,000 square kilometer. So now we come to know what planning we have to do in which area, because after if the area is extended, the planning will be not exactly correct, then otherwise the problem will create. So government has given the extension for this area. Now we are doing some survey, some economic survey also we are doing. Hilltop, hill slope, water bodies, all air survey is also we are doing in the Pune. When this will complete, then we are going for the development plan of the PMRDA. It will also take another 2 months, I think, 2 to 3 months it will take, because the what plan we will make, it will be a perfect. So we will go for the global tender then, international level. Before that, to do the development plan in the PMRD, I don't know how much it will time take, but at least 1 year or 9 months it will take, I think. But before that, road plan want to do earlier, because the movement also, the illegal structure is going on and I want to stop it. On road, DP road, TP road, The construction is going on, and then the slum is also improving there in the private plot as far as the government plot, corporation plot. I know the illegal work is also going on nowadays, but I don't have any manpower for that. I am asking for the government, and government also giving me the manpower. So police station, encouragement force, all these are necessary in the PMRD. By day or day I am getting the staff also. So when I don't have a full staff, I cannot act then. Pune Municipal Corporation, Pimpri-Chinchwad Corporation and PMRD and CREDAI, I think that they should come together here. What are the problem on that they should think on, and what will be the solution they also want to see. One new thing I am going to do in Maharashtra and in Pune also, before taking any policy decision from the government or passing any bill in the assembly, I think that I should call all these people. We have already called in some other items also. But as far as the PMRD is concerned, as far as the construction is concerned, I am going to call all these people. We will have some points, some common points, and interrogation with the corporation, PCMC and government will be there, and then some solution will come.
Now, Ruchi also caught up with Sunil Raman, the Joint Commissioner of Police in Pune, and asked him how safe Pune is and what kind of complaints usually come in regarding builders in the city. Listening to that conversation.
If one were to look at the issue of crime or organized crime for that matter, well, I would like to submit here that in the past 6 months, we have been able to totally crush organized crime in the city. I would like to place on record that we have registered close to 20 cases under the Maharashtra Control of Organized Crime Act, which is a very stringent act, and we have been successful in putting behind bars more than 150 gangsters. So the feedback that I get now is that the real estate is quite gung-ho about it, and it's now a very safe place for them to invest, construct and sell. Number two, this also happens to be a very safe city for women and children. One of the safest, I would say. Be it day or night, this is absolutely a very safe city. If one were to talk about the street crime, well, on that front as well, we have been able to take very stringent measures, and this is a very safe city. If one wants to buy a flat in Pune, it would be, I would say, it would always be advisable to, number one, go in for established people. Number two, try and understand the rules, regulations and other such things, because what happens is a common man, the entire kitty of his, he pulls in, and it's a once in a lifetime thing. And one has to guard against getting duped. Day in and day out, we get complaints which are of, a variety of complaints, if I may use the terms. There are instances wherein the investor comes saying he's been duped. There are instances wherein the builder has some issues with the local farmers from whom he has purchased land. There are umpteen such issues, but what I am given to believe is the government is indeed toying with the idea of, reducing the number of permissions with a view to making, these things easy. And there are such issues in Pune, I must confess and agree, particularly in the fringe areas.
And with that, we've completely run out of time over here. But remember, if you have any feedback or suggestions for us, write to us on the email ID flashing on your screens. We're also on Twitter and Facebook, so feel free to tweet to us or post a query on our Facebook page. We would love to hear from you. Also, remember to check out our live streaming website, www.mbnow.in. And with that, it is a wrap on this edition of the news on Magic Breaks Now. Thank you so much for watching. This is Krishna Kumar signing off.